Hi you guys, this is Carmen with Connect with Angels. How are you guys? I wanted to do a video on how to release, and we're going to do it with writing. That's what we're going to do. Because when you write and you want to release things, you actually have to think about what you want to release. You actually have to put some thought, and you're putting in your energy, and you're letting go, and you're releasing that energy. So I wanted to do a video like that. But before I get started, I wanted to let you guys know, there was, my video that I have about how much I love Archangel Michael, or how much he's one of my favorites. There was the lady that commented, and I wanted to comment back to her, but I wasn't able to. So she was telling me that Archangel Michael started taking control of her, and that he started making her do all these things. And as you know, we all have free will, and our angels cannot intervene in our lives unless we ask them to, or there's impending death that's about to come to us that is not supposed to, or somebody else came in and prayed for us. Or so I wanted to let her know that that wasn't an angel that she was connecting with, that she was connecting with a lower energy. And lower energies can sometimes come in and pretend to be higher energies, and once you get used to them, they pretty much start manipulating you and telling you to do things. And so it's very important that when we go into a meditation that we protect ourselves. That if you know me, I'm always asking for all the hierarchy of angels, because I want to make sure that I'm safe. And as I'm calling them, I picture them all holding hands and doing a dome around me, going into a circle. And I see the bright light coming from the center, going out, expanding all the way outside to the street of my home, and encasing me and my family. And I even picture each individual car and each child and our animals and family members out. Or you can put them in the dome and call upon God, the divine power, divine source, your angels, guardian angels, archangels, principalities, and you say, Archangel Michael, please be to my right, Gabriel to my left, Uriel before me, Raphael behind me. I call upon the dominations, virtues, powers, cherubim, seraphim, thrones, and the thousands of legions of angels to be with me, protecting me, guarding and guiding me, ensuring that only that which comes from the divine light can come through and nothing else. I only allow that which is for my highest good to come through, in the highest good of everyone else and nothing else. Do not let anything evil, any bad spirits, anything negative, any low energies come through. I only accept that which comes from you, my sweet God, my divine angels, my spiritual team. I say that prayer every morning, every night, just to make sure that I'm protected, and when I go into meditation that I'm protected. So what happens is some people start getting really comfortable and they stop protecting themselves, and it's very important, imperative that you do protect yourself. So I want to let her know, no, that was not an angel you're communicating with, because angels don't take away your free will, and they don't dictate your life for you. They can give you advice, and everything they do is for the highest good, and everything they do, they want the best outcome for you. And they're going to want you, if you need to release relationships or release certain things, they're going to want you to do it in an amicable way, in a harmonious way, in a peaceful way. They're not going to want you to leave relationships sabotaged, angrily, in bitterness. They're not going to want that. If you know that there's an energy that's coming through pretending to be an angel, and they're wanting you to be malicious, mean, controlling, that's not an angel. So call upon your angels, call upon the divine, call upon God and Archangel Michael and his legions of angels, and say, get out of here now. I ask that you remove this energy, help it cross over to the light, take it to the light, remove it from my home, slash it with your sword and release it. Get out. Remove that energy from me, my home, my family, my loved ones. Get out. Take it to the light. Do that. And you have to be firm. Some of you guys know that kind of happened to me one of my husband's soldiers, or a soldier, had committed suicide. My husband was helping with the insurance and helping the wife, and the soul came over here, the soldier who had committed suicide, and he came over, and I saw him, and I felt him, and I'm like, you need to go into the light, you need to cross over, you've passed away, you need to heal, come and take him, angels, Archangel Michael. I could feel the guy next to me, and it was really cold, and I said, cross him to the light, take him to the light. And I said, you need to leave now, Archangel Michael, remove this energy from here, slash it, use your sword and slash the energy. And as soon as I said that, the room became really bright. So you have to take control and know that angels will not control you, will not tell you to do things. That's not an angel. As soon as that happens, ask the angels to come in and remove it, and you can sage your home. So they sell smudge sticks on eBay, Amazon. You can buy them. Make sure you call the fire alarm company and tell them to disable the alarm for an hour while you smudge your home. You don't want to do what I did. The fire department came in and they were not happy. So put it in a seashell or in a container. I like to save my candle jars and use them. And so we're going to be using that today with releasing, to helping you release. We have to release, because if we don't release, what happens is it starts affecting our energy, then it starts going into creating sicknesses for us, illnesses, diseases, and we don't want that. So we want to always be resonating at a higher vibration. We want to make it easier for us to connect with our angels. If we release whatever's bothering us, will not be keeping us from communicating. How many times have you wanted to meditate or go to sleep and you can't, because that's constantly on your mind? It's pretty much taken over. So you want to release that so you don't get sick, lower that vibration. That happened to me. I didn't release something, and I couldn't talk. Literally, I couldn't talk. I couldn't even eat. It was horrible. And so we need to learn to release so that we're constantly higher, resonating at higher vibrations. And I want to do it to where we write. And when you write, as I said, you put more thought into it. You're not just like, okay, release this person because they really upset me. When you write, you're putting so much energy and so much thought in there. And if we burn it, we release it, and you can kind of let it see it be gone. So if you have a container, a deep glass bowl, has to be glass, and a little bit of sage if you do. If you don't, that's fine. You could light incense in the house. You can take this outside so you can see it. Make sure you're responsible and careful enough not to knock it over to cause a fire or anything, and see it release. I like doing it outside because I want it to be gone, and I ask the angels to take it and release it and turn it into positive energy. We always want to ask everything to be turned into positive energy, because we do not want to release negative energy out into the world. So if you have a little sage, I like to buy like a big bag, like of 7. They're cheaper on Amazon, on eBay, than if you go to, we don't have a New Age shop anymore here. They closed down. It was called Sisters of the Sea. They closed it down. So there's one in the mall, but it seems like they want a lot of money for the sage. So I just buy a big pack because you never know when you need it. So what we would do is, if you have some sage, a lot of times when it comes in the bag, there's these little pieces that fall off. You get all these little pieces. You can go ahead and put it in here before, and then you can start lighting it if you want, because you're releasing. Make sure you open a window. You want that energy to go out. Ask, call upon your angels, and before you start, you can, say, my angels, I call upon God, Father, Mother, God, Divine Source, Supreme Being. I call upon my angels, guardian angels, archangels, dominions, virtues, powers, principalities, Corians, cherubim, seraphim, thrones, and the thousands of legions of angels to be with me, around me, guiding me and guarding me, ensuring that nothing evil, no bad spirits, nothing negative, no low energies, no ghosts can come near me. Only that which comes from the divine white light can come through. I ask that you be with me in this releasing process and that you turn the energy into positive energy and help me release. And I also ask that you help the other person release. I ask the same for them and healing in their lives. It's also good to ask for the other person, you know. So we want to cut that energy because we attach ourselves. So you want to cut any cords, any energy that you've sent to them that is hanging around there, or any energy that they've put upon you that is hanging around you. So you want to ask for both ways, for both of them to be released. You can also, don't forget to see yourself in the bubble of protective light and see it immediately become and encase itself in a metallic bubble, and the little angel webbing to make sure nothing comes through. If anything tries to come through, let the webbing catch it like a dream catcher. And so sit down and see what is bothering you. Is there somebody that's bothering you, a family member? Is there, maybe you're quarreling and it seems like they're not wanting to listen to you, and all you're doing is coming from a good place, and they might want to be resenting you. They never let you speak. All they do is talk at you. You could have an issue. For example, I know someone whose child just moved away, and the child's being very cold and not wanting to have, just basically like, I'm done. And the mother is very upset right now because the son doesn't even want to tell her where he moved, and she's really, it's really taken a toll on her. So I said, right now you're just going, you know, like, talk to me. What, you know, I said, just let it go for right now, because right now it's almost like you're begging him, and it's like kind of like he's liking it. So maybe if you step back a little bit and pray, and I'll do a prayer for you. I'll ask the angels and God to make sure, let him know that he doesn't have to be that cold towards you. He's going about it the wrong way. Let him see, come through. So there, or maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's something like a situation that happened to you. You have to let go. Do not let those situations control you. Maybe some sort of substance, a habit that you have that you know is not good for you. This is a way to release it. And I'm going to let you know what we can go ahead and do. And so let's think of a situation or a person or something that you're going through, right? We don't want it to devastate you. We don't want it to bring your energy down and get you sick, okay? We don't. We want you resonating at a higher vibration so you can move on and you're not down in the dumps or going through this fogginess. So write down the situation, right? My situation happened to be with a family member, and it's so, you know, it's kind of hard when it's a family member and you're trying to talk to them and they won't listen. So, and they blame you. So write down the name of the person and say, I release any hurt, any pain, any anger I have caused you. I release anything negative that I've done to you. I release it from this lifetime, from my past lifetimes, and from future lifetimes. I also release any pain you have caused me, any pain and hurt you've caused me. We want to do both sides. Okay, the same thing. Any hurt, any anger, any harm. I release that. Release it from me, from this past lifetime. I release it from you, from this past lifetime. From this lifetime, past lifetime, and future lifetimes. I release it and turn it, all that energy into a positive energy. I ask you, God, to turn it into love and positive energy. And you can write down what they've done, like, I release that you didn't listen to me. I release the pain that you caused me by not listening to me, blaming me, being mean to me. I do not deserve this, or you did not deserve that. I let it go. I let God handle the situation. You could pour your feelings as to how they hurt you, and you're releasing it. Take some time and think. Light a candle, have the incense going as you're writing this. Open a window. If it's a habit, as I release it, you will not have control of me. I do not need you. If it's a substance, if I've had substance abuse problems in past lifetimes, I release that. Future lifetimes, now I release it, and I need to deal with the situation. And write down the situation. If someone hurt you, let it, write it down, let it out, and say, you did not deserve to hurt me this way. You will no longer have power over me to where I have to numb myself. I release this pain, because when you do substances, no matter what, a doctor can medicate you and say, oh, you're depressed, but there's an underlying problem in there. They just want to medicate you and numb you. At the end of the day, when the medication runs out, the pain's still there. You need to let go of the pain. So write it down and say, you will no longer have control of me. I let it go. If it's a co-worker, as I said, a situation that happened to you that you had no control, let it go and realize sometimes things happen to us that we have no control, especially if you're young or something. It was not your fault. Let it go. Hand it to God. I'm not saying let it go and forget about it. No, let it go and give it to Him and say, I had no control. You were wrong. You were a monster, and you will no longer make me be in pain. You will no longer make me be angry. So just write it down and say, and I let go anything I did to you in a past life. I let go. Let this karmic energy contract, I release it. I'm done with it. I let it go. I release it to you, my angels, because sometimes we have contracts where we have hurt someone in a past life, and in this lifetime they turn around and hurt us. There's a karma contract that we decided to do. So I release it and let it go. I let go of that karmic contract or that karmic lesson or that karmic situation in the past life. I release it. And also say, release that. Our angels help the person release that karmic contract with their free will. You don't ever want to take free will away from anybody. So let's say, I release it. You will no longer have control of me. I'm done. So write it down and then fold it. Fold a piece of paper, right, and say thank you for your help. Turn this into loving energy, healing energy, peaceful energy, and love. I will now be filled with healing energy. I will be filled with love. I will be filled with harmony in my heart and balance. I let go and let God, and I trust you, God, that you will help me and my angels. So when you're done, you can fold it up. Don't fold it super tight, because that prevents it from burning. So you fold it, get a little wedge of, if you have some sage, and put it in here, or wrap it around. Light the sage and your little paper and throw it in here. Make sure it's going to fit before you do that. So do like a little test, like, okay, it's going to fit in here, so I can drop it in here. Make sure it's not like this and it's like, ah, we got it already caught on fire. Okay, so make sure it's like this. Throw it in here. Go outside and say, I release it. Turn all this into positive energy. These etheric cords from past lifetimes, future lifetimes, and this lifetime are now released between me and you. So they're released on both ends, and let healing be on both ends. I ask for healing. And go outside and release it, and just take in the energy around you outside. If you want to go ahead, I have one meditation, the angel clearing bath. You can go ahead and do that. If you want to clear your house, open, you know, the windows, go around saging with a sage, and just ask that your house be, you know, if you have another one of these, put the sage or a seashell, light it, and what you do is you light the sage and then you turn it off. You blow it out, and then it'll keep smoldering, I guess, going down. But you have to, don't have a big fire out there, you know. As soon as it lights up fire, blow it, and it'll start going down. Okay? And you can go around your house, open the windows, and say, let my house be filled with love, light, protection, harmony, abundance, joy, peace. Let this house be filled this way, and anybody that comes into it, make sure, you know, that they are clear from the outside, and let only positive energy come through. You can go ahead and do that. And to turn it off, I like to run it underwater, or some people place it and let it, you know, shut off on its own, like eventually stop. Some people say that once it's done, that means the clearing is done. But please don't forget to contact your fire department, or your, if you have one of those alarms, contact the alarm company and let them know to turn off that you don't want that. They were really upset at me. So, but remember, when you turn this on, it lights on fire, then you blow it out. Please be really careful. Don't let it fly. Don't be doing this in the bedroom and there's a bed and all kinds of material around you, and everything falls in. If you want to light it outside, you know, careful. Don't catch a fire outside. Like on a little concrete area, or like I said, do it here, you know, and blow it, and just go around and walk. Just really be very, very careful, please, I ask you. So you can go ahead and do that, and just relax and trust. You might have to do this several times. You might have to do it like when you release it. Sometimes stuff comes back because, you know, we really have we've invested a lot of energy in it, or it's something that could have been going on for years. So we need to release that. So if you feel that, if you see that it's coming back, do it again. Take a bath, go outside, take nature, and say, I release it. I release it. Sometimes we have family members who, or you know, coworkers, you might be working with them for like years, and you know this person's not going to be gone, and so you have to figure out a way to make sure that this person doesn't lower your energy. So sometimes what I do, I've had coworkers, and I just try not to be around there, or I have a friend or whatever, and we tend to go the opposite side of, if you have a meeting, go the opposite side. Sometimes you can hear the person constantly bickering, and you can't help it but hear them until they're gone. Just picture, like, fill me with light, release, God, release. Just picture yourself in a white divine light and bubble, and picture roots coming out of your feet and releasing it out, asking the earth to turn this energy into positive energy, and just release. Just picture like I always picture like a, you know, like a swirl going out, like when you flush the toilet. That's how I picture. If I hear them like complaining, you can't help it because you got to be sitting in the same room due to a meeting, due to something, you know. But if it's your lunch break and they're complaining, and you can walk away, Because no, sometimes some people are not ready to change. Some people, sometimes you're at a different level and you kind of understand. Sometimes, like, if you used to be a certain way and you see that you were wrong or that it wasn't harmonious to you and you've changed and you try to help the person doesn't want you, they don't want to change, they blame you, and you try it, all you can do is send them love and healing, and when they're ready to change, they can change. Just try to walk away from the situation, be away, don't be in it to where it affects you. Don't like, for example, me, there's a family member, and I said, I let it go, I let God handle it. I will not allow you to blame me. I will not allow you to bring down your energy on me. I will not allow you to take your anger out on me. It's not my fault. I release it. I release the cords from past lifetimes, this lifetime, future lifetimes. I release it, let go, and let God. And I just let it go, and I said, right now I cannot interact with this person, so I will, I've done that before, and if there's family gatherings, just be around and be amicable, and that's just it. And if they see that you are loving and caring and you're not sour and bitter, they might see that and want to change themselves, or if they don't and they're negative, hopefully all you can do is just send them good vibrations. That's what you can do, but don't ever give somebody the power to make you an unhappy person. Don't. You have the power to co-create your heaven here on earth, and you're nobody's punching bag, you're nobody's doormat, nobody. You matter. We're all here for a reason. Everybody has a purpose, and know that your voice matters and you matter. And some people, if it's unhealthy, if it's a job, sometimes you probably need to maybe be transferred to a different department. Maybe it's time, sometimes you gotta say, sometimes I want to be where I'm happy, and if you have to leave that place, then by all means. And this is where I ask God, please help me, and the angels help me find a job where it'll be harmonious, my co-workers get along, everybody helps each other, always ask for things like that, and really mean it. Write it down. Write down what you want out of a job and what you don't want out of a job. Write it down, and like I said, release it to the universe the same way. Whenever you want something, and ask the angels, write down what you want, and also write down what you do not want. So hopefully that'll help you. I wanted to share that with you because when that happened to me, I got really bad TMJ. I couldn't even eat. Let me tell you that much. So, and now I can move my jaw. I also wanted to share with you guys what I've been up to. I've been painting, and I'm going to change. I've been wanting to paint this way. What I see when I meditate. And I wanted to share that with you guys. I had asked my angels. I know I like to paint people, and people like to see angels. But I wanted to paint how I see them, or what I see when I meditate. And so I was asking them, will people understand? And they were telling me, paint with your heart, and this will help people. If you paint with your heart, you're painting the divine, and the soul will know, the soul will recognize what you're painting. So I've done 3, and I'm doing them on boards. And the first one I did was this, because this is usually when I meditate, this is what I see, right? Let me see if I can, there we go. And there's divine light. And then, remember I told you that I heard, well, God told me that we helped create His divine light. And I was a little speck of lavender and indigo and blue, sparkling little speck, and I was floating in there. And this is where I was told by God that we are all His lights, and that we all make His lights, that we all complete Him, and that we all matter. We all matter. See how important we are, that our light helps make this big, beautiful light? So I did this, and then the second one I did is I wanted to show you guys what I see, or how I see my angels when I meditate. Here it is. Can you see it? Here's the other one. And this is kind of how I saw it. Do you remember? I don't know. I've shared that experience with you guys about how I heard the angels singing, and they were in the solar system, and all the little stars, all the stars were the angels, was the angel energy, and they were singing that. Ah. Well, I wanted to share that with you. There we go. And it's a little bit harder because I'm not used to painting this way. I'm used to doing people, and I don't see 3D, but a lot of people are. I see flat, as I'm always bumping into things. Now, this one was what I see when I meditate and I go deep within. It's supposed to represent the heart and the soul, but it could represent a lot of people. This is what happens when I really want to go in there and connect with God. This is what I see. And I want to share that with you. It's really hard when you're trying to, a lot of people really like this one. When you have a vision and you're like, okay, how can I put this on there? How do I make it appear the way I see it? And so I wanted to paint that, and that's how I'm going to start painting, because I feel this is the way to resonate the energy, the healing energy. I'm going to make that available. I think I want to do about 50 more and place them and sell them online, and the prints too. And I'll share those links once I start putting them. I'll share the link of the prints. I do have my Redbubble print where it's the human angels, the Victorian angels. I have that, but I've really, my soul and my heart has been wanting to paint this, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna paint what I want to paint. And my angels pretty much said, if you paint from the heart, you're going to be doing fine, and the souls who see your painting, it'll resonate, they'll recognize it. So I want to thank you guys for being with me, and I want to thank all my subscribers. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much for subscribing, and don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, you guys. Take care, and I really hope this helps you guys. Don't forget to take that angel bath after you're done, or do a little meditation and sage your home. Okay, you guys? Take care. Bye.